Hi friends, Jake, Ashley, and Sam the cat here. We are embarking on an adventure in our camper van to visit 7 of the 30 MLB stadiums. Welcome to week 1 of our trip, starting in Tampa, Florida, and making our way to New Orleans. We began our journey on the evening of Thursday, March 12th. We made our way to Dunellen, Florida, where we stayed overnight at a boat ramp. Gonna get content for our first video, We woke up early to enjoy our favorite Florida spring, Rainbow Springs, which we recently learned is the 4th largest spring in Florida. There weren't many people there at 8 a.m. on a Friday, so we had plenty of space to enjoy the year-round 72-degree crystal clear water. This really is a stunning spring. We highly recommend visiting if you've never been before. Fun fact, this place was once a theme park with waterfalls and even a zoo. The waterfalls are still there, but only remnants of the zoo remain. There's also a river nearby where you can take a leisurely tube ride, but for this trip we just took a quick and chilly dunk in the spring. Our next stop is Fanning Springs. This spring releases 65 million gallons of water per day into the Swanee River. You can see the river right there. That's the Swanee River. We enjoyed another refreshing dunk, followed by a stroll along their boardwalk and a quick hike on one of the trails. This area was originally known as Fort Fanning, built to protect a Swanee River crossing during the Seminole Indian War. After hiking and swimming, we built up quite the appetite, so we headed about an hour north to Perry, Florida. We ate at Goodman's Real Pit Barbecue, and let me tell you, this sandwich tasted even better than it looks. If you can't tell, Sam was enjoying herself during the ride. Our third spring of the day was Wakulla Springs, located just south of Tallahassee, Florida, and considered one of the largest springs in the world. It discharges 150,000 to 600,000 gallons of water per minute into the Wakulla River, and the spring is part of the longest mapped underwater cave system in the United States with over 45 miles of explored passages. There's also a historic lodge on the property built by Edward Ball in the 1930s. They offer boat tours, and there's even a 20-foot platform you can jump from into the spring. We were nervous, but we decided you only live once, so we made the jump. And it was absolutely worth it for the extra boost before the final hour of our drive into Marianna, Florida. Hey look, van friends! Before settling in for the weekend, we wanted to get the bugs off the front of the van, so we stopped at a car wash and then continued into Florida Caverns State Park. We set up camp, which we love when we have enough space and time for a full setup, including the hammock and string lights. Then we took a quick walk to see their very own spring, Blue Hole. Oh, that makes 4 springs in one day. We didn't jump in that evening, but we definitely did the next day after our long hike. Of course, we made hot dogs on the campfire for dinner. There's nothing like a crispy campfire hot dog. Not pictured are the delicious Reese's s'mores we had for dessert. We woke up feeling fresh on Saturday after a great night's sleep at the campground and got ready for our Caverns tour. Even though the tour is within the park, it was about 2 miles away, so we decided to drive so we could still enjoy the nearby hikes without overexerting ourselves. That's the beauty of a camper van. It's easy to pack up and take off whenever you need. The Caverns tour was epic. We had never explored caves before, but these definitely set the bar high. This is the only state park in Florida offering public guided tours of dry, air-filled limestone caves. They had an excellent lighting setup that really showed off the formations of stalactites and stalagmites. Our guide shared a helpful trick so you can remember stalactites because they stay tight to the ceiling, and stalagmites because they might reach the top. They also warned us the tour could be strenuous, not just because it's dark and the floors are uneven, but because some of the ceilings are only 4.5 feet tall. That wasn't too bad for me at 5'2", but my 6'4" husband was definitely putting in work ducking down the entire time. This is just a glimpse of how cool these caverns are. We can't recommend them enough. After the tour, we explored 2 walking trails and then headed back to relax at our campsite. One thing I'm really loving about this experience is the time to slow down. I read a book in the hammock, we ate lunch, and later we went for a quick swim. That evening, we fired up the campfire again and made steak and potatoes. Even better than hot dogs, if you can believe it. The next day, we were on our way out of the state, but decided to stop at Falling Water State Park first. This park is known for Florida's highest waterfall at 73 feet tall. It's best after heavy rainfall, which happened several days before our visit, but it was still neat to see. This is one of my favorite photos so far from the trip. I was feeling good after a hot shower. This is Turtle Lake in the same park. There's a family fishing here, and it got us thinking, do you think that we should learn how to fish on this trip? We've been considering it. Time to check in on Sam. Don't talk about that tummy, okay? She's a very hungry girl. Now we're heading into Pensacola. We stopped for one of our favorite activities, movie watching. We're AMC Stubs members, and we absolutely love our membership. It's well worth it if you see more than 2 movies a month. We often see at least 1 a week. On this day, we saw a movie called Slanted. That night, we parked at a church in Mobile, Alabama, where we watched the 98th annual Oscars. The next morning, we had our very first Planet Fitness experience, and it was great. They had everything we needed, including hot showers and free Wi-Fi. We continued to our next stop, Mason Hills Farm in Grand Bay, Alabama. Big sign that says Mason Hills Farm right there. Red arrow. We found this spot using a platform called Harvest Host, which helps travelers find safe overnight parking at local small businesses. In exchange for your stay, you can support the business with a purchase. At Mason Hills, we bought chicken, ground beef, seasonings, and a sauce from their farm store, and everything was delicious. Hey, it's me, riding on a tractor. Before making dinner, we explored the 250-acre farm and met their happy cows. They were curious, but not quite interested enough to come over for a head scratch, which is a shame because I give really good head scratches. But they were skeptical. Hello. Hi, buddy. There was a beautiful sunset over the farm that night, and Ranger, the farm dog, kept us company until the sun went down. Hi, Ranger. After saying goodbye to the cows, we headed over to Mississippi. I was a little bummed that I missed the welcome sign. Oops. Here's a little bit of the reality of van life. After Planet Fitness, we hang our wet clothes and our wet towels using a clothing line. We spent the next 2 nights in Moss Point, Mississippi at the Rustic River Retreat. We found this spot through Boondockers Welcome, a partner platform that connects RV travelers with private property owners through Harvest Host. Y'all, this place was amazing. They were located right on the Pascagoula River, hope I'm saying that right, which became the beautiful view outside our window. There was even a private dock where I filmed a yoga flow and meditation. Check out our channel if you want to practice with us. That night, I cooked up a simple chicken goulash using the meat we bought from Mason Hills Farm. We slept really well. The next morning, Jake and I did some work and took a walk to a nearby gas station to grab some fun snacks. The neighborhood was quiet, charming, and full of personality. And I'm a total sucker for pretty flowers. Whee!
Good morning.
I have never made a tuna melt before, but this will definitely not be my last. So easy, so delicious. Sam was very curious about being outside, and since this place felt safe, we decided to put on her harness and leash. She was obviously protesting. She was a little nervous at first. She climbed right back inside the van, but after some snacks and encouragement, she slowly explored the perimeter of the van. She's been so brave on this trip, and we're really proud of her. We continued out west to Orleans Springs, where we stayed overnight at the Cypress Tap House. Before arriving, we dumped our tank at a rest stop and made a quick Walmart run for supplies. The tap house had a large parking lot, friendly staff, and even electric hookups for a small fee. We ordered the Mississippi pot roast quesadilla, which came with a gravy boat and some of the best fries we've had in a while. We liked them so much, we ordered a second round. Hey. Jake also tried a few small beers from their brewery. And we participated in trivia. Did you see our team flag? We did not win. The next morning, we tried our hand at a laundromat. The last time I used one was in my college dorm. Luckily, a kind woman working there helped us figure everything out. It cost about $11 and only 90 minutes to get this chore done. Not bad at all. We continued on to Louisiana, and this time I did not miss the welcome sign. Once we arrived in New Orleans, we used an app called iOverlander to find free street parking near Louis Armstrong Park, not far from the French Quarter. We grabbed coffee and enjoyed a muffaletta from Central Grocery. We ordered a half sandwich, and wow, that was a lot of food. Yum! Right after that, we headed to Cafe du Monde, because why not? The line wasn't too bad, and we found a cute little spot to sit and people watch while devouring our beignets. I'm obsessed with the funky homes around this city. This pink and purple one was my favorite. We wandered down Bourbon Street, and these random parades kept popping up. I didn't do any research beforehand, but my guess is you can request or pay for a parade for special events like a wedding. If that's true, that's pretty cool. Evening, we walked over to Frenchman Street, which is really the place to go for live jazz music. We started at the Spotted Cat, which had a cover charge. It felt a little crowded, and I couldn't see the band very well because, again, I'm 5'2", technically 5'3". But then we found several other spots with no cover and incredible music. My favorite moment of the night was this group that basically started a block party right outside a chicken joint. They're called the Young Fellas Brass Band. I was dancing so much, my watch asked if I was working out. Saturday was probably our least favorite day of the trip so far. Sam was acting a little strange. We think she got something in her eye, but she's okay now. We also got some frustrating news about our taxes. You know, grown-up things. We felt a little blah. So naturally, we got fried chicken. It helped a little, not completely, but a little bit. We did a little bit more exploring around the city, just taking it all in, and then that night we went to the Pelicans game, which was my first NBA experience. It was Space Jam night, and I got a cute hat for free. So that definitely improved the mood. Overall, our first week of the trip was a great success. There were a couple of downs, but many more ups, and so much to look forward to as we continue west. Next stop, Baton Rouge, and then Texas. Keep following along. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for updates. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys.